Alright everybody, welcome back to another video. As you can see, we are here with the second round of our stake bracket here. We have got Gates of Olympus versus Gems Bonanza today. We're going to go ahead and set up 16,000 coins. We're going to do 4,000 coin buys in each one of these machines. Each one will get 4 spins, and the one with the most coins at the end is the one that moves on to the next round. We are using our free gold coins you get for signing up over at stake.us, and there is of course a link in the description down below. All right, we're getting a bonus 136 coins before we even start the first game here. Thank you all very much for joining me. I hope you are all enjoying this matchup as much as I am. I don't know, triangles maybe? I guess would be a good one. Orange would be okay. That would be my first choice, and I got my triangles. Can squares do something for us? Squares is not doing its usual squares thing, and it actually did a little something to help us out, which is unusual. So as I said, I'm having a lot of fun doing this. I'm glad this came to fruition and that we sort of came up with this idea together through a lot of the comments. So I'm very, very glad to be able to do this for both myself and for you, because I know a lot of you are enjoying this as well. Much like Gems Bonanza not enjoying that 1,488 coins coming back on that first bonus buy there. So if you are enjoying yourself, if you're new here, if you're a return viewer, regardless of how many times you've been here, thank you all very much for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time to spend with me. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. We'll see which one of these machines wants to move on to the second round. And square is doing its usual square thing down there, which is absolutely nothing. That's usually the one that gets me. I don't know about anybody else if you play this game, but usually it's squares is the one that kicks me squarely in the face and tells me you're not getting any coins out of me. 696 coins coming back. These are going real quick because we're just not getting past the first round here, which is very disappointing. Hopefully this is the one that gets us on to the next round here. I'd like to see a good fight between the two of these machines here today. But Gems Bonanza just not putting up a fight. Not yet, anyway. That can very quickly change. It's just a matter of, you know, getting things to fall in the right spot. And by that I mean literally fall into the right spot, because that's how this game works. These symbols fall down from the top. There we go, top symbol down there with the colossal symbol, and unfortunately it was not a bigger one. Lucky Wild's doing some work. Gonna need a couple tumbles. No tumbles coming in. As you can see, we did just miss getting on to the next round there. And I believe this is our fourth and final buy here. Very quickly getting into the fourth buy. We're gonna need a lot of coins to come back on this one. I don't know what we're gonna do. Orange at this point looks like a good point. Also green would be okay. Purple was not my first choice, obviously, since I didn't say purple, but it is tumbling a little bit, so it's not the end of the world. We're gonna need a lot of help from the other mini games here. Squares did not get the memo that we needed help. Huge colossal symbol. Not a huge colossal symbol, but a good amount of coins coming back on that one, again with the top symbol with the red coin there. Lucky Wilds, that is probably going to be enough. With the tumble? Can we get the tumbles? One more? Oh man, you can see, look right over there, you can see the tiny little sliver that did not get us to the last round there. So we are looking at 6,452 coins. Is all Gates of Olympus is going to have to beat. So give me just a moment, and I will be back with Gates of Olympus and a fresh 16,000 coins for Gates and Zeus to play with here. Let's jump right into it. Now again, if you are enjoying these videos and you do like this sort of thing, I do upload every single day. I've also started trying to do some shorts, because I get individual spins that go real well sometimes when I'm playing offline, but not necessarily an entire, you know, sit down and play session worth. So I'm trying to get some of those shorts up to highlight some of the individual wins that happen when I'm not actively recording, and I go back and check out a replay. And the last one that I did was our first max win over on Bloodthirst, so don't forget to take a second and go check that out. And also, while you're here, take a minute, hit the subscribe button, because I do upload every single day, so that way you do not miss any of the uploads. We're getting some pretty good tumbles here, but we're just not getting the multipliers. Can we get another zap, please? Maybe? Want to help us out here a little bit? No? Help yourself? You don't have to do a lot of work, Zeus, but you're going to put in a little bit of effort. You only need to beat 6,452 coins. And as of right now, you don't look like you even care. Which is Kind of sad, because that's going to be a really easy total for Gates of Olympus to beat if it puts in just the tiniest bit of effort. You know, max amount of top symbols and maybe a 50x multiplier. I don't think I'm hoping for too much here. Last spin is not a dead spin, but we don't get a multiplier either. 1,040 coming back on that first bonus buy there. At that rate, it will not move on, so you're gonna put a little bit more work in. There we go. There's a decent amount of rings coming through for us with a 4x on the screen. You want to add to it? No, you certainly don't. First spin, however, not bad. Let's keep that momentum going and keep that kind of attitude up. There we go. There's a good amount of hourglasses, and you put a multiplier on the screen for us for the hourglasses. How about another multiplier? Added that 2x. Oh, hourglasses almost came all the way back around and connected a second time. 1116 on that second spin. Third spin, rather. And 9 spins left to go. We get a 6x multiplier on the screen. It sort of cooled down a little bit. That is not what we're looking for. Wow, that was 1, 2, 3. That was six top symbol, 6 or 7. It goes by so quickly. Sometimes I can't count it that fast, but it looked like 6. All right, so yellows, maybe blues on the next spin here, and a multiplier would be nice. Did not get the very last part of that, which was the important one, which was the multiplier. How about you drop some rings in? A lot of rings all at once. No. Last spin drops a bunch of multipliers, but doesn't decide to connect it to anything. So 2,200 coming back. 4,000 coins going out a third time here. Need one of these to be a profit buy, and that's all we need, just to be able to break even on one of these. Zeus is throwing up multipliers left and right, but he's not connecting to anything. I appreciate the effort. You gotta wait till symbols, show up all at once on the same screen. Well, that is a 10x on the board through a whole bunch of different multipliers, and you get the hourglasses. And another 5x dropped in there to make it a 15x. Well, that one spin made up for the first 7 spins being absolutely terrible. There we go, another 3x on the board there. Gives us an 18x multiplier with 5 spins left to go. We'll see if we can make the best out of these last 5 spins here. I mean, any connections are good. Bigger connections are better, obviously. There we go. There's a bunch of rings coming in there. That's a 200 coin tumble. And that is going to be enough to put us up into a profit buy. That is going to give us 7,190. Last 2 spins here. Now, if you're good at math, you probably just figured out the same thing I did, which means that puts us at 14,000, even after spending 4 on the next. Gates is going to move on. So we're already into the next round for Gates. At this point, he's just showing off. 28x multiplier into the last spin. Last spin's a dead spin, but that 10,158 coins, more than enough to put it above Gems Bonanza. Gates of Olympus moving on, but we're going to do our 4th buy here, because I want to be fair. Although we're already at 13,410, all of this is just bonus. And we'll see if he wants to show off a little bit, or if he's just going to stand there and gloat and give us a terrible game, knowing he does not need it in order to move on. Either way, Gates of Olympus is on to the semifinals. Was that right? I think the semifinals, yeah, because it'll face the matchup of tomorrow. Tomorrow's battle, for lack of a better word. and then the winner of that will go to the finals. That was definitely one off of the top symbol there. I counted that one. Down to our last 2 spins here. We're only at 200 coins. Yeah, Zeus really needed that one good game to go through there in order to be able to move on, because it did not do much of anything else. We do finally get a connection and a multiplier on the very last spin. Brings us up to 636, 834 overall, but 14,244 is definitely more than 6,452. So Gates of Olympus moving on. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.